Pierce. Give LeBron a letter grade for last night's Laker win and his performance.
All right, you're going to be a little shocked at this one,
Probably
Skip.
will be.
But my letter grade for LeBron, I gave him a B+.
B plus?
I gave him a B+.
B plus?
B+. And I'll tell you why.
I thought you were objective about LeBron.
No, but I really broke down his game yesterday. So, yeah, he went 6 for 20. yeah, he went 1 for 5 from the 6 for 20 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3.
Yep.
All right. As a shooter, as a scorer, sometimes the ball falls. Some nights it doesn't. But when I look at the other aspects of the game, he gave me 10 for 10 free throw. I mean, 10 for 10 free throw? Come on. He's not doing that. He's not doing that.
Yeah.
Almost never.
Keyshawn wanted a parade this morning for the 10 free throws, right?
He trusted his teammates in the crucial moments while allowing Austin Reeves to make a big play for the team. He took the challenge of guarding Zion. He did. Which gives a team confidence when your oldest player takes on a challenge like this. Now, he didn't slow him down or anything, but he took the challenge. And that's big from your captain, from your best player. He had 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 blocks, 2 charges.
3 steals.
3 3 steals. I mean, what more? He was a plus 11 on the plus-minus chart.
Okay.
So other than his shooting, he did everything you would want from your superstar. And
other than his shooting.
Other than your shooting. Right. And I know that's an important part, and they need LeBron to score, but they won the game. So when I look at all those other things, that's a B+. That's a B+.
So now it's time for Keyshawn's A+, right?
No, not at all. So when I look at LeBron in last night's situation, first of all, he's 39 years old. He played 40 minutes, okay? Which means a lot. And on top of that, Skip, like Paul said, out of those 40 minutes, he had to guard Zion as a primary defender most of the time. So now you look at that. Now you say, well, what about the 6 for 20? Okay, well, he shot 6 for 20, but he did go 10 for 10 from the free throw line. Okay, he's been on fire from the free throw line of recent, here lately. Then you talk about the fact that he had 9 assists, so you add that to points just like you do Joker. You do the same thing.
So
you can't.
Minimum 18 points.
Okay,
minimum.
so you add that, right? Then you talk about his rebounding. On the defensive end, there's 9 boards, so that tells me you're not allowing second putbacks by the offensive unit.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, so now you take that, and you go one step further. He had 3 steals. That's big. And I don't even know if the steals accounted the points or not. I didn't dig that deep, but I would assume that they did.
Yeah.
So you start just looking at the box scores. He's plus 11. And on top of that, everything Paul said about allowing and trusting and getting other guys involved in crucial moments as you head into Denver. It gives them the confidence. He was literally coaching on the court last night.
Sometimes
hey,
he
you
was
go over
screaming.
there, what are you doing? Get over here.
He did.
All of that sort of stuff allows me to give him a grade of a B. I give him a B+, B+, whatever you want to call it.
Let Paul talk you into a B+.
No, I had it already written down. I understand your points and your view of who LeBron James is through your eyes as a player. I understand that. You want 100% perfection because nobody else outside of Michael Jordan was ever perfect. Nobody. Some of the greatest players ever played, doesn't matter. If they wasn't Michael Jordan, doesn't mean anything to you.
I don't know. Mr. Russell was pretty great.
But they win the game. They accomplished their goal. They stayed in New Orleans. And I don't even want to get into
They did.
I don't even want to get into the game before when he was on the floor 41 minutes.
He was.
And put up the points and did the things that he did.
In the game before that, he was on the floor for 39
I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I give him a B.
Okay. My bar is set very high for this man because people constantly tell me he is the GOAT. And I say, okay, GOATs don't go 1 for 8 in the fourth quarter of the game of the year because this was your game of the year. You don't go 1 for 8. You don't miss both of your 3-point shots in the fourth quarter. You don't have a late turnover that nearly killed him, and you don't have another late inbounds pass.
The one where the dude stole he fell off somebody and stole. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was another near
my
miss
cup
on the
into-
ball that you said the LeBron inbounded to AD, and boy, it could have gone either way. And they called a foul that might not have been called, and it would have turned into a second huge, critical, late turnover.
Okay, but it didn't happen.
Okay, it didn't happen. You brought up his defense on Zion. I counted 3 times that the great LeBron James just fell asleep. Maybe he just rested on defense and he just let Zion cut behind him for a dunk or a layup, you know?
Yeah,
and I'm like, come on now.
dunks.
Okay. And I'm like, LeBron, what are you doing, man? Because you're better than that, because he has sucked it up and taken him. What he did on Sunday was spectacular. That was some big-time 39-year-old defense on the baby bull that is Zion. But I just gave you enough to tell you that I'm going to give him a C for this game because he's the GOAT. Come on, and just on the fourth quarter alone, while New Orleans is on a 38-20 heater, you can't stop. You can't break the momentum by making a bucket here or there, and you go 1 for 8 and miss both your 3-point shots. After a while last night, he was looking like old LeBron from 3 because it looked awkward to me. It looked out of rhythm. You know, we had that story the other day about he's 4 degrees to the left, and he's okay. Well, he was 4 degrees to the right last night because he was LeBrickin', man. It did not look good to me, and it scared me going forward into the Denver game. So I can't go better than a C. And in fact, I thought about giving him a D, as in dog. But I'm with you guys. This was a savant game by LeBron James because the savant comes with all the little stuff, all the under the radar.
So you give him a C with everything under the radar, savant. You're just going to get a man a C.
Yeah, but again, if you give me 9 rebounds and 9 assists, if you give me 3 steals and 2 blocks, if you give me 10 and 10 from the free throw line, I'm like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Those are savant contributions where that's high IQ. I'm going to do the little things. I'm not going to do the big things because I wind up.
But those little things turn into big things.
No, they can, and it's why you ended up winning the game. Although I will go to my grave saying, if Zion finishes the game, you lose the game.
I don't know that.
I'm sorry. Well,
you
don't.
Finish.
Well, I can't.
And neither could you predict that.
I don't know that, but I believe it with all my heart and soul. I believe that Paul Pierce believes that if Zion stays upright on the floor,
I think you was hoping for that, so this conversation today can be different about the Lakers.
No,
because you just turned in LeBron a C, Skip.
A C. Okay, how can you defend 1 of 8 in a fourth quarter that you were in grave danger of losing?
It's a whole bunch of things he did into the game in that game that would balance that out and take away the 1 for 8. There's so much.
This is my problem. I told you. I've questioned whether he has the clutch gene, and I do not think he was born with what I call the closer gene.
So you ain't never seen LeBron. You ain't never seen him close in the game.
Close the door.
So you ain't never seen him slam a door in the game.
He's only played for 21 years.
That's not what I asked you, though.
There, I've seen a couple.
Okay.
I've seen a couple in 21 years.
Okay.
But I've seen so many where they just could. Come on, LeBron. I was tweeting last night. Just slam it. I want to see him against Denver. I want to see. This is it. It was made for LeBron to slam the door on the Pelicans because, to Paul's point, the Pelicans don't think they can beat the Lakers. They were owned psychologically. They had lost 5 straight games at home. Now they've lost 6 games.
I mean, they should have closed. They should have won by 20.
Yeah, they should have won by 20 because you're up by 18 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. LeBron, come on. Take us home, King. You know, I just need to see it. Just one time. Home, James. Show us.
I can't believe you say you need to see the clutch gene and LeBron James.
I just need
as
to
if
see.
He ain't never.
How about the closer gene?
You act like you ain't never seen him close, though.
Hey, I'm sorry, but if you're telling me he's better than Michael Jordan, the Jordan that I got to know.
Who tells you that? Other people?
Does. Everybody.
You listening to you can't sit up and just listen to people tell you he's better than Jordan.
Well, unfortunately, the guy who used to sit in your seat.
I ain't got nothing. Again, as I tell you all the time, I have nothing to do with that.
Okay,
all right?
You had nothing
to do with that. I just look at Kareem, Magic, Jordan, LeBron, Kobe. I look at all of them to me as the same. That's how I look at them. They win big when it counts. That's how I look at it. I'm sorry.
One guy and only one guy. And if I need to win one game for my life, I want that guy on my team, and I want him with the ball in his hands in the last 5 or 6 minutes because he's going to figure you out. He'll do it himself, or he might kick it to Steve Kerr when 2 of you come to him, or kick it to John Paxson when 2 of you come to him. He's going to make the plays that slam the door in your face. That's what he was. That was his gift. he closed the way I've never seen anybody close. This man sitting to my right could close. Big closer, but
Yeah,
hey.
big closer.
I mean, I didn't say you what.
Oh, you frowned it up, though.
I didn't say you what. I'm
You
just
gave me
saying.
a frown. You frowned. You frowned. Why you frowned up like that?
Because I don't want. I know what you did. I don't need to sit here. Skip want to sit here and give you all the flowers. I already know what you did.
Constantly remind you.
No, I don't. No, I don't. You don't need to remind me.
Keyshawn,
At all.
Keyshawn, it's time. LeBron has the greatest opportunity of his career. The basketball god said, here, you're fresh. Your team is playing very well.
Yes.
Here comes,
that's
here
why I
comes
want
your
the nuggets.
nemesis. Here
I
comes
want
your
the chicken nuggets.
Let's get them. Let's go right now.
Absolutely.
And I wanted to see him slam the door last night so he could go slam the door on the Nuggets in 4 fourth quarters. And this disturbed me because this looked like bad old LeBron last night. I don't want to see that guy. That guy needs to go away. It's time for him to reemerge as a closer or figure out how to get the ball to Austin Reeves a little more, or you can just do this.
He definitely got to be on his A game.
The A game.
He got to be on his A game versus
Yeah.
He's going to be on his A game in his 21st year. The man is 40 damn years old. And he's doing the things that he's doing. You've never seen this before.
Well, I understand that. But like he said, I mean, the bar is set high for LeBron.
Oh.
I understand that. I get it. And I believe he will cash it in. Because if he don't cash it in, it'll be a different conversation at the end of the series about who he is and what his legacy and all. That's what people going to do.
I mean, his legacy is already set.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he doesn't think so.
Enough about the phony goat. We got to talk. We got to talk about the other side of the